Hi there, this is Ink2Scalp. I'm Trevor.
And I'm Yvette.
And we're going to talk about what a lot of clients ask during consultation. Is scalp micropigmentation a tattoo?
Mm-hmm.
Essentially, it is. It's just ultimately the mechanics are somewhat different. I often give the analogy of it's like driving a car or driving a truck.
Mm-hmm.
Going to the same location, same distance of A to B, but different mechanics in the process of getting there.
Yeah, right. So another big thing that I would say that is different between the two is the depth that we're going is a lot shallower than that of a standard tattoo. So you have the epidermis, the dermis, and the subcutaneous layer, also known as the hypodermis. So we are placing it just below the epidermis, just above the dermis, whereas standard tattoos tend to go deeper than that. So the risk of going deeper,
Exactly.
and why we avoid it, of course, is because if you go into the subcutaneous layer of the skin, it's a little bit more fatty down there. And if you can imagine, if you were to place ink in water, the ink would disperse, right? So it's the blood vessels move the implanted pigment from where you put it in into a different spot, and that can be caused by going too hard, too deep, and then that's when you have migration.
And I mean, I always kind of attack it in elementary terms for those that don't know those scientific, more biology terms, but ultimately, you touch your scalp and you feel, it doesn't feel like I have that many layers, but there's a finesse and there's an elegance of scalp micropigmentation. And tattooing is a beautiful art, and they go deeper, and there's a dragging and a heavier shading when scalp micropigmentation is a fine touch.
Right, it's the art of pointillism essentially, right? So it's different micro dots that overall create a picture. And so that's really what it is. And so different types of ink and different size needles and the pressure that you're putting and all those types of things, the number that you have on your device that you're working, how the speed, all those things play a really big part in the overall piece of art, right?
And so for our clients, just to have greater comfort and understanding that most definitely scalp micropigmentation is generically a tattoo. It's just different mechanics and different processes that go along with it.
Yeah.
So there's positive aspects, and people love the artwork that they carry on themselves of whatever kind of normal tattooing you would have. And we always love our clients walking around in their own kind of artistry on their hand.
And what's so funny is I always think, it's the best piece of art you don't want anyone to see. So
True.
It's one of those things, right, where you don't really want anyone to be like, oh, like, what did you do, right? It's so why do you shave your head, like just grow it out type
And
of
it's
thing.
funny
I love
because
that.
we've had some clients where they might not tell their partner or their loved ones, and they go home after one or two sessions and nobody's really noticing anything, but they feel different, they feel better. And then we had one client that due to this COVID time, there was online meetings, and one day he didn't have hair, and then after he was done session 2, some of his colleagues were like, is this a new hire?
Yeah, like who's this person? Wait a second, something's different.
Right,
so,
but they couldn't put their finger on it, which was the best.
People, I remember saying, people kept saying, did you like lose weight or something, or like what's different? Anyway, some of the stories are really fun when we get to actually hear, and then you kind of get the opposite when people are like, okay, after session 2, and they're feeling really good, and they go home and like their wife doesn't notice, and they're like, what, you don't even notice? Like, how can you not notice, right?
Exactly.
So.
And it's different for everybody, because we have some clients that are used to and very common of having the normal tattoo standard to their bodies, where there's gentlemen from wrists to full body, and then we have individuals like myself
that
have nothing
except for on their head.
And so when people sometimes ask me, do I have a tattoo, I forget to mention my head. So it's different, and so diverse group of clients, but always end up being very comfortable in understanding the process, and that's definitely what we try to hit during consultation and throughout the entire time.
Yeah, for sure. So contact us.
Yeah, you can visit our website right here at Ink2Scalp.com, and ultimately our social platforms. So even right here at into Instagram, you can go to Ink2Scalp_SMP_studio to find out more, ask questions, feel a little bit more comfortable with the process and understanding.
And of course, you can do it the old school way. You can call.
Yeah, that's true. Call or text.
Call or text. 905-261-1251. we're always here to go over any questions you have, and we look forward to meeting you potentially.
Take care.
Take care.
Bye.